believe that it was really right for Nyanzi to come out and really express his or her dissatisfaction to this. But what we do not agree with is the way he did it, because he called the Minister of Education and Sports, Janet Kataha Museveni, a pair of bats. We believe that this was really being offensive.
What causes censorship is the fact that people have not been protected, and that's why we're saying it's better we protect these people, because when I'm really protected, for example, we're having peaceful demonstration, buying a leaf, what is happening in these other countries, we raise through to that office where we're supposed to go and represent our concerns, when we are fully protected but not brutally punished, not the aghast and so on and so forth. That's what we are talking about at the end of the day.
They come and give us examples of where people have been tear gassed and so on. Let us note how these people were expressing themselves. These are people that are actually going to come and start throwing stones, harming other people because they think that their ideas are right. This is not something that we are actually calling for from our country, right? Because one, we told you that it is dangerous to national security.
They come and claim that people need freedom of expression, to avoid riots, because once the freedom of expression is being protected, they'll be in position to do peaceful demonstrations. But to tell them that at a point in time when you claim that the demonstrations must be peaceful, this is the limiting that we are calling for. You're allowed to demonstrate because it's your freedom of expression, but you're not supposed to be violent. This is the protectionism that we are calling for. So they really do not understand what we mean by this.
Is there anything like a peaceful demonstration in Uganda? Even though we want to demonstrate peacefully, holding chats and not saying anything violent, we see that this person in power who is very influential will come using their power and attack us. That is what we want to create. We want to create a Uganda where someone is talking about something that matters to the nation and is protected.
The National School Debate Championship is a debate tournament that has brought students together from across the country, from the east, from the west, from the north, from the central, and we did regional tournaments to select the best of the best from these regions to come and represent their particular regions and schools in this national tournament.
The world is getting devoid of people who can analyze, who can articulate, who can put across ideas, argumentations and policies without necessarily disagreeing with you for the sake, but showing you the reason as to why. And that is where debate comes in, that it's not a question of raising your voice and then throwing fists, but you can actually come to a consensus with a person in a peaceful way. And this has to be done by a great debater.
The thing I love about a debate is that you get to argue with reason. You get to back up what you're saying. You get to provide proof for what you're saying. And that's what makes it also fun, because you get to put intellect into an argument.
In the Constitution, it is actually alleged, and it is true, that someone must first be given a chance to be listened to before you judge whether they are guilty or not. But to look at a system where there is a machine which is not going to listen to me and it is going to judge according to whichever way which we do not even know.
Katoka Judy was first proved to be innocent of the matter of Godfrey Muchiri in the Daily Monitor of March 2022 on the 19th. But later, during the court appeal, that person was proved to be guilty of that death. But that case was reported way back in 2006. But my dear Dad, if we had artificial intelligence to help in the investigation, find out the fingerprints, follow every part of the investigation, my dear Dad, that case wouldn't be delayed.
The tournament continues to grow bigger and better, both in size and quality. Now we are debating the real questions of our society and of our time. Questions around the criminal justice system. What should we do to make it better? Things about the evolving technology such as artificial intelligence. To what extent can we embrace it? And these students have been expressing their opinions on both sides.
It encourages us to think broadly and widely, and majorly also the resolutions they give us to think about and ponder about in these same debates. We actually find them in our exams and we ably interact with them and be able to give our own thinking as students. Secondly, it has helped widen our knowledge on very different things, moving from the political sector to the economical sector, and we are able to think on our own.
The people we are meeting, at one time we shall need them in life, because you realize that these are the people who have different reasoning, people ideas and so on and so forth. It's not like other fields, maybe you meet for football, play football for exercising and go. No, these are the people who have ambitions tomorrow, how the world is going to be. So at the end of the day, this is one of the ethical activities that they will 100% credit.
Beyond debate, we get to meet people from different regions, and by the mere fact that you get to to meet people from different regions, then you get to know ideas from different regions, from different people. And it is very nice, or it is very great that you get to meet different people. You don't know what this person does, but once you share, you realize that there is something they're going to add onto you as a person. So as a person, all together with my team from St. Andrews College Itovu, we believe that aside debates, we are going to learn a lot, and we've so far learned a lot from our friends, the people with whom we've interacted. We have made our social capital wider, we have made friends, and we believe that we are going to be different people the moment this tournament ends.
The sport of debate is something that I think everyone should pick up, and I think every school should accept and groom the art of debate within the students, because they get to learn how to be good leaders, victorious leaders. They learn how to actually express themselves. They get some sort of intellect and integrity, and I believe that it's a sport that everyone should pick up.
We've given you an example of Katolu Wama, my dear judge. He clearly stated it out that this time that you're sending me to parliament, let me first fill my stomach, let me first support my family, I'll serve you the next term, my dear judge. What does that indicate? According to his status, he was poor because he felt that he cannot even support his family on his own standard, my dear judge. My first speaker told you that the capability of a leader is not based on a leader's wealth. So when you come here and tell us that your wealth, that your capability should actually be able to influence others, how effective is it? Because we realize that there are leaders who are extremely capable, as you gave examples that Kanyinda Otafire and Kagame were poor people. You realize that they're actually now better leaders. So you realize that at the end of the day, a capability of a leader is not actually based on someone's wealth.
If you go and check right now the cases we're having, where is much corruption? Is it in the poor people or in the rich people? That's what the emphasis is. Number two, they're talking about unfair elections, that at the end of the day, the rich still will break and they will win. Now, is that the world we want? We want a world of free and fair elections. So as the government, under the principle of reproductive equity, the government is held responsible to make sure our elections are free and fair.
So the team that wins today's debate, it is one that managed to perform their burden better. Proposition has a burden to prove, opposition has a burden to refute. You understand? So before opposition, you have a new case of your own, you have to make sure that opposition's case is refuted. Similarly, before proposition, you start debating the opposition case, you must make sure your case stands.
So your role is not just about coming and presenting your points, but rather to give us a total rebuttal of what these people have said. So when you fail to deal with most of these points that came from the proposition, you do not deserve to win, because basically the whole point of being on the opposition side is to do what? To rebut.
I really would like to appreciate the organizing committee, the organizers of these nationals, especially for writing a word, because they are really exposing our students. Because if they were not there, we would not get maybe a chance for these students to go out to get these talents, because they don't just debate for the sake of debating. I am a person who believes that debate is another way of teaching, and though it may be hidden or not direct teaching in class, but students learn from it.
It has groomed us to better people, to better speakers, and we believe these skills will be used even to the opportunities we shall always get out there, because they're shaping future leaders, future lawyers, future parliamentarians, future presidents, let me say so. Because in writing world, it's think, lead and debate. So we believe that those skills, we shall always lead them, and they are major points of a successful person.
So I believe that what we have done here today is actually not stopping here, but we are taking it further, because this is simply a basis and a foundation to help us in the future as leaders, as parliamentary leaders, as public speakers, a lot of things. And I encourage each and every youth, even those that are grown, not to lose hope even after here. Let them continue with the same spirit and leadership.
Everyone out there, if you feel like you have the talent of speech, or you know that you can actually speak, then I call upon you to join your debate club in any school you might be. It might seem a challenge, but it's a really fun activity and engagement, and I think you would get the hang of it.
The goal of all these debate championships is to develop the art of public speech and the art of articulation in young people, so that they are able to approach issues of national importance with an informed mind, with a mind that is vigilant, and a mind that is tolerant of divergent ideas, to be able to accommodate and to also generate the ideas also and make a meaningful contribution.
Whoever wants to prepare their child for the new coming generation and the realities of our time must embrace debate. I want to encourage everyone out there, every stakeholder, whether it is a parent, whether it is administration of a school, whether it is a child out there, that the best way you can prepare yourself is by joining debate and competing, by bringing your ideas and you crush them with everyone so that you can refine them and you become a better member of our society, a better youth, and essentially to become a very responsible citizen who is contributing to the development of this nation.